Hey, Christine, thanks for coming about my Step into Your Power program. How are you?
Good, thank you, Andrea. How are you?
Thanks. Uh, just wanted to ask you a few questions. That how have you been with yourself before we started the program, this group program, or what challenges you had specifically in life and in business?
I think probably the biggest one that I recognized was I used to get really frustrated with things, and I thought it was just frustration. And somebody made a comment about that frustration is just it's just another word for anger that's sitting underneath. And so when we started this program, I thought, well, okay, if that's true, I need to have a look at that because anger is not, I don't like anger. And we had a look at that with the program, and we did a bit of work, and I found that because I'd been thinking about it, and I thought, like, yeah, probably these situations is probably actually anger. I really renamed it for what it really was. And didn't know what the anger was about though. So how do I do that? How do I find out why I'm so angry about all these different things? And so when we did the work, it was quite amazing that afterwards I felt like something had gone, something had lifted, something wasn't there anymore.
Yeah.
But the important thing was that as the next few days went by, that things that I would have otherwise got really frustrated about, that wasn't there. And I found it really unusual and different and kind of, wow, that was amazing that I don't feel that anger anymore. I'd sometimes have to watch it when I'm in traffic, because if people do stupid things, I can get really cross with them. But generally, nowhere. That's only occasional now. It's mostly I don't think there's hardly any of that kind of thing there. Certainly in my day-to-day life. Yeah.
Amazing.
So yeah, it is. It's amazing. It's like, wow, okay, interesting. So yeah, so it's a good thing to be able to get rid of.
And I understand becoming aware was the biggest thing, maybe, that at least finding out what it was. And was there any other area of life that kind of shifted because you started the program and where you see difference, the way you show up?
There was a thing about that we did about I didn't recognize beforehand, but as we did the work, or after we'd done the work, I figured that I must have been taking responsibility for something as a child that was not mine to take. It was no way that I could be responsible for it. And yet I took that responsibility on. And so watching that inside the work was really interesting to see that that's not really who I am before that responsibility and before the anger as well. Even with that one, who am I before those things started? And so to be able to go back and find who I really am, and then take myself into those situations again and see that they actually don't have anything to do with me. They're not mine. I'm not responsible for them. They're not a reflection of me. They're nothing. I'm outside of them actually, but I didn't know that I was, because I felt responsible. So yeah, I guess that's something somehow I took on myself, and I don't even know how.
Yeah.
But it was good to realize that that's not me. It's not who I am. It's not who I'm meant to be. Yeah. So I guess for me now, it's about, I need to remember to go back to that person who I am meant to be and who I am naturally, so that I can get rid of other stuff, I suppose, too.
Amazing. These are the baggages that people carry from early life, and they are pretty heavy, and they are not even theirs.
No.
what would you say to someone who is considering to join this program, or who is on the program and has not attended the sessions? Have you got anything to share?
Look, I think during this program, like certainly the group program is interesting. And I think it would be a great place to start for people. I think in the group program, we don't probably go as deep as what might be necessary on a one-to-one basis for people to really be able to get to their own stuff. But it's a really good place to start to awaken the mind and the senses to the fact that there is stuff there that needs to be dealt with, and to start to get the courage, pull the courage together to actually go and search for what's going on and get that healing that can come with doing the harder work in the deeper work. So I think the program's a good place to start, and then to move on as they feel strong enough, courageous enough to investigate what else is under there. And that's when I guess they come and do the one-to-one work with you, because that's probably not something they would want to share in a group, or they may not want to share in a group. So yeah.
Thank you very much. Although I always say that those who show up will always have my one-on-one little interventions that could change lives, as yours have changed. So thank you very much for your time.
Thank you.
We'll see you next Tuesday, 5 p.m.
Okay, that's 5 p.m. Eastern Daylight Saving Time.
Exactly, Sydney local time. Thanks, Christine.
Thanks, Andros. See you later.
Thanks.